Well, that was weird. The intro played twice. I don't know why that happened, but what's going on, guys? We're here. It's Friday, the 8th of July, 2022, to talk about everything that went down tonight on Friday Night Smackdown. And I'm going to say right now, didn't think this was a particularly good episode of Friday Night Smackdown. Also, we got to get the Twitch poll. Didn't think this was a particularly good episode of Smackdown. Just gonna say it. What think of tonight's Smackdown? Right. All right. So, as far as SmackDown does go, it just wasn't all that good. Literally, the first quarter of the show, nothing happened. Nothing happened in the first 30 minutes. Literally, we'll get to it. There was a Money in the Bank recap. Roman Reigns walked out. Paul Heyman said that Brock Lesnar's going to be on his A game. Freaking Austin Theory ran around the ring, and then we went to commercial at 5:20 Pacific time. Didn't come back till almost 5:30. Next match didn't start till almost 5:35, 5:36. First 30 minutes of this show, and I'm not even talking about like the match started, like they got everybody in the ring by like 5:35, 5:36. Like nothing happened on this show for the first 30 minutes. 30 minutes. Nothing noteworthy. Nothing at all really happened. And I'm like, are you freaking kidding me right now? What? This was ridiculous. We'll get into all of it, but it just kept continuing. It really kept continuing. But with that, if you are watching live, I want to say thank you for joining us here, twitch.tv/PW Unlimited. If you're watching or listening later, I know Hot Rod Bubba, it's just theory. I said Austin Theory probably. Pish posh, who cares? It's not like his name was changed to Adam Franklin or something and I still call him out Austin Theory. No. Saying Austin every so often by accident, lay off. Anyways, if you are watching live, thank you for joining us here on Twitch. If you're watching or listening later, thank you for doing so. YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited or podcast services all around the globe like Twitter. No, not Twitter. You don't get audio on Twitter. You can get audio on Twitter. You can find the link on Twitter, but to Stitcher, Spotify, Anchor, Google, Apple, and so much more. My phone's going off because I said Google. With that, also remember, if you are watching live on Twitch, you can help us out a couple of different ways. You can help us out by hitting that donate button down below or by donating Twitch bits in the live chat. Also, remember, you can help us out by subscribing to the channel one of two different ways. You can either subscribe with a tiered subscription, or you can be like Jimmy Too Sweet, who subscribed with Amazon Prime. All you got to do is take that Amazon Prime account, you take that Twitch Prime, or you take that Twitch account, you link them together with a bing, bada, boom, you're Prime Gaming. Prime Gaming gives you a lot of cool things like free games, which on Prime Day, on the 12th and 13th, you're getting a butt ton of free games. If you have your Prime Gaming or Prime Gaming account set up. You also get free stuff for 4 games, and you always get one free subscription to any Twitch channel you want to subscribe to throughout the month. And I greatly appreciate it if you subscribed right here, Pro Wrestling Unlimited. Also, remember, if you follow us over on YouTube, you can become a channel member. As a channel member, you get early access to news, early access to podcast episodes, early access, to non-news videos, and so much more. Also, remember that you can get all of that, but more directly support us and have it in an easier place to find everything over at patreon.com/PW Unlimited. Up right now are Money in the Bank graphics. Yeah, we give you the exact same graphics we use here on the Pro Wrestling Unlimited YouTube, Twitch, Twitter, and so forth. Not only are we the channel, the news channel, the wrestling news channel that creates all of our own graphics, I don't just go to WWE's website and go right-click, save. I'll just use their static image in my videos. No, I create full-on motion graphics for every pay-per-view. With that, also, you can head over to the Epic. Sorry about that. I got a message, a non-wrestling message, work-related. Client needs a bill. So I can get paid and start on the next project. Anyways, With that, also remember to head over to the Epic Game Store. Head over to the Epic Game Store and buy something, whether that's a new game, an old game, a free game, or getting bucks for Rocket League, Fortnite, or Fall Guys. It's going to ask you if you have a creator code, and you do. It's creator code PW Unlimited. Use that either on the Epic Game Store on your computer or on the Fall Guys, Fortnite, and Rocket League launchers on your PlayStation, your Xbox, or your Nintendo Switch. Also, I do want to say thank you to Bruh from Aisle 4 for the Amazon Prime subscription. Really do appreciate that. As we move forward, they recap Money in the Bank to start off the show. And they do so by talking about, Liv Morgan's victory and, no, that was later. This first recap was just Theory winning Money in the Bank. Actually losing to Bobby Lashley, and then getting added to Money in the Bank and winning the contract. That's all the first recap was about. And then finally, the Usos, Roman, and Paul Heyman all make their way out to the ring, and they take literally like 5 to 6 minutes to get in the ring. Not just to get in the ring and start talking, just to walk down the aisle. But geez, before they say anything, all of a sudden, Michael Cole goes, "Hey, that's Mr. Money in the Bank. Theory is here." And then they go to commercial. And I'm like, what? We go to commercial for 5 minutes. Finally, we're 14 minutes into this show. And Roman Reigns tells the crowd, "Fort Worth, acknowledge me." And they some "you suck" chants and some Roman chants and some boos. And Roman goes, a little decisive. We've got some "you suck" chants over here. I hear some Romans over there. What I really want to talk about is my wise man. What's going on, wise man? Why you like that? What's going on? And at first, you don't know what he's talking about. Camera's all panned wide, normal shot, whatever. And he's like, why you like this, wise man? What's going on? Why you let the wise man get like this? And I'm like, get like what? What's going on? And then finally he goes to hand the mic to Paul Heyman. They zoom in on Heyman's hand, and he's shaking like this. And then I go, oh, he's nervous about something. Well, that would have been better to actually let us know than just, why you like this, wise man? What's going on, wise man? Why you let the wise man get like this? I'm like, what? Like what? And then finally we figure out he's nervous. The hand's shaking like a bat out of hell. So guys, Mikey goes, I love you, my tribal chief. Unfortunately, we have a problem. Problem in the name of Brock Lesnar. Says the Reigns may be the most dominant champion of the past 35 years, but Lesnar doesn't respect that. He says that Brock Lesnar actually works the best when his back's against the wall and people underestimate him. He said this will be the final time. One last match, Roman Reigns, Brock Lesnar. And when Brock is concerned, he's dangerous. He said he took out Goldberg. He took out Undertaker. He was the youngest WWE champion at the age of 24 when he beat The Rock when nobody said he was supposed to. But with his back against the wall, Brock Lesnar always prevails. He said it's easy to put Brock Lesnar down for 3, but putting him down for 10, that's a whole different story. Reigns, my tribal chief, you will have to put on the greatest performance of your career. The segment was about to end, and then we hear A-Town down. And Austin Theory runs around the ring, and then walks to the back. And that ends the segment. That's it. Roman's kind of like, what is this guy doing out here? What's his deal? Doesn't even realize what's going on, I guess. But yeah, I was like, what? They then recap the New Day and the Viking Raiders from last week before we got the Viking Raiders, Jinder and Shanky. Also, no Pat McAfee tonight. So they did the dumb thing of acknowledging an injury and then basically telling us he's fine at the same time. So soon as Money in the Bank went off the air last week, Baron Corbin ran down and attacked Pat McAfee. We then saw Pat McAfee, Vince McMahon, Stephanie McMahon, and Triple H all at the UFC event, but Pat wearing a neck brace to sell the attack, right? Okay, cool. 6 days later, Pat's not at work. And they say, because of the attack from Happy Corbin last week on Money in the Bank, Pat McAfee was advised by our doctors not to fly here. And all of a sudden, Happy Corbin joins commentary and goes, yeah, Pat's out golfing. He's 67th right now. And I'm like, Yeah, we know Pat's fine. He went to the UFC show. He's been doing his podcast Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday. It's like, what the hell? What the hell? Saturday's kind of getting on my nerve now. Oh, this is good. No Pat tonight. Why do you always act like that? Why you gotta be like that? Always in the chat. You always gotta be like that. Like if I say something, you always gotta be like, oh no, you're wrong. This was actually good. Like, really? Here's the funny thing, and I'm gonna pull this up really fast. Pat McAfee playing some golf today in the great city of Lake Tahoe. Only 3 hours or so, depending on how fast you drive from where I live, from where I grew up. I love Lake Tahoe. Never played at this golf course before because, boy, you gotta have money to play this golf course. It's expensive. But Pat McAfee out there with his buddies AJ Hawk and Aaron Rodgers. I'm gonna show you Pat's scorecard right now. Like, oofa. So here's Pat's scorecard, right? Pull this up. Oh, that's the wrong screen. Whoop, that's the wrong screen. Pull this up here. Pat's scorecard. After round 2. This was from this is round 1 scorecard. I don't know why they don't have today was round 2. Oh, no. So today was only round 1. Okay, I got it mixed up. Today was round 1. And it's all celebrities. You got Larry the Cable Guy out there. You got David Carr out there. You've got Colin Jost. You've got Charles Barkley, Charles Woodson. You got all these celebrities out there, right? This is Pat. No better than a par on anything. Comes out of the day, tied with his good friend, probably best friend, AJ Hawk, 67th. Well, there's somebody else from the WWE there as well. It's The Miz. Tied for 84th. The Miz is literally the 3rd lowest person on the list for the scoreboard for today. The only people lower than him, John O'Hurley, who I'm not sure who that is, and former Redskins quarterback, and he Baltimore Ravens and all, and it's not the Redskins anymore, I know, but when he played, they were still the Redskins. Quarterback, Robert Griffin III did worse than The Miz. Literally, Miz, 3rd worst person of the day. Well, technically tied for 3rd worst with Anthony Anderson. But yeah, not playing good at all. And the freaking intro played again. What the hell? Why does things not want to work properly? But yeah, Pat out there having fun. I would have thought AJ Hawk, because I watched a little bit of this. AJ Hawk crushing balls. Like just holy crap hitting these balls hard. So I'm like, oh yeah, looks like he's playing pretty good. Nope. AJ Hawk down there with Pat, 67th. Where's Aaron Rodgers? Because they're a threesome. They're playing it as a threesome. Hold on, let me find Aaron Rodgers really fast. How good is he doing? Aaron Rodgers, 23rd. He's at an 11. He's at an 11, which is really good. Where Pat is down at a -7 and the Miz is a -21. Where the leader TJ Oshie has got a 21 to end the first round. TJ Oshie, 21. Miz, -21. His game is literally 2 times worse than the guy leading these standings right now. Yikes. God dang Miz. Michael Benton, we know it's real because we looked it up last week. A former host of Family Feud. Gotcha, K. Ballard. Oh, that John. Now I know who you're talking about. Now that you say former, I just couldn't think the name to the face. But as soon as you said that, boom, duh, Seinfeld, Elaine's old boss. I don't know why I couldn't think of it. I'm like, I don't know who that is. No, I do know who that is. From Seinfeld. He was Elaine's old boss. Anyways. Going back to Smackdown here. Viking Raiders against Jinder and Shanky. This match lasted like no time. All they wanted was Shanky to have fun. And Shanky did have fun. He danced while Jinder got beat. That was it. Jinder tagged himself in because he felt Shanky was going to take things seriously. He gets double teamed and pinned by the Viking Raiders. I'm like, oh, that was it? Viking Raiders continue the beat down when the New Day come out. And this was not really, I mean, this is normal New Day humor, but I feel like they just took it a little too far. They came out and they said, you beat our butts last week. And then they start shaking their butts and they go, but our butts are still here. And they're thick AF. They then then they said that you beating our butts was not sanctioned, but we have these official sanctioned ass beating tickets. We're going to come beat your ass. And I go, oh, I know where this is going. And the New Day got destroyed again. They literally jumped in the ring and said, we're going to beat your ass. And within 12 seconds, their asses were laid out. Within 12 seconds, their asses were laid out. New Day got the piss beat out of them. Then they tell us about Pat not being there, why Corbin joins commentary. I got that a little out of order, but whatever. After commercial break, Gunther and Ludwig were in the ring. They said that Gunther was supposed to be doing an Intercontinental Championship Open Challenge, and then Ludwig talked about how nobody in attendance is worthy of taking on Gunther. However, he has to defend his title in an Open Challenge that he doesn't think is right. You should earn a shot at the champion. Gunther then was met with some bad what chants. He played right through it. Nothing bad happened here. And he said that, whoever wants to face me should have to earn it. They should not just be able to get a shot at a champion, because you have to earn a shot at a champion. You have to show that you are worthy, and Nakamura's music played. Nakamura music plays, and you would think Pat McAfee was there. Corbin goes crazy. He starts dancing around, doing the Pat stuff. Corey Graves then jumps on the table with him, and they start dancing and dueling their guitars. And I'm like, for all the people that say that Baron Corbin sucks at all aspects of his job, whether that's on the mic or in the ring, you're wrong. You're wrong. Most of the time, Corbin could get better in the ring. He has passable matches. Most of the time, though, when it comes to being an entertainer, Corbin is very entertaining. He's the kind of guy that will go out there and do anything and not worry about how it makes him look. It makes him look goofy. It makes him look dumb. It makes him look funny and stupid. He doesn't care. And I'm not saying that because he's a company yes man. No. He's the kind of guy that he's got the kind of mindset of, hey, whatever gets the job done to entertain the fans. And you got to love it. Nakamura said it was fine. Said that it was fine that Gunther needs his challenge to earn the opportunity. So he looks over and says, I'll take on you. And he challenges Ludwig Kaiser. So we got Shinsuke Nakamura versus Ludwig Kaiser. Nakamura ran wild right away, but a quick distraction from Gunther allowed Ludwig to take control before the break. Upon return, Nakamura started a comeback with some kicks. Ludwig cut him off and hit a butterfly suplex. But Nakamura avoided a soccer kick and hit an enziguri. He then went for the Kinshasa. He hit the Kinshasa and picked up the victory. After the match, Gunther was frustrated with Ludwig and for betraying him and losing. He gave him a couple brutal chops, and the fans chanted USA, 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 USA. We then got a video recapping Ronda Rousey retaining the Smackdown Women's Championship and then Liv beating her for the same title just moments later at Money in the Bank. Before Liv came out with Michael Cole to do an interview. Well, Michael Cole jumped in the ring, Liv came out, interview, whatever. Okay, cool. Michael Cole congratulated her, but then pointed out that Rhonda suffered a knee injury in her prior match right before this. So, you beat her for the title, but Rhonda's got a legit reason why she deserves a rematch at SummerSlam. And Liv said, bring it. She said this was the culmination of a lifetime of hard work. Michael Cole talked about how she 10 years ago was a waitress, saving money to train to become a sports entertainer. He said she did so, and now look where she is today. She said that she's worked harder than she's ever had to, doing this job, doing what she loves here in WWE. And she said not to copy, but to quote John Cena, never give up. Out would then come Natalya. Natalya's music would hit, and she said that there was no way Liv would have beat Rhonda if she was fresh, and that it was all natty. that led to Liv beating Rhonda. She said that the only way you won was because I injured her, and maybe now I should get a shot at the title. And I go, wait, this is the exact same freaking bullshit we saw on Monday. The exact same thing. Liv was in the ring. Natty came out and said, you would have only won if, you wouldn't have won if it was straight up. You wouldn't have won if I didn't hurt Rhonda. Like, why do we gotta get the same thing 2 days in a, like not in a row, but 2 days in the same week? Rhonda's music would then play. And she comes out to the ring and she says that, I want to tell you, Liv, defending the title is a whole lot harder than challenging for it. And she asked the crowd if they wanted to see her beat up Natalya. I should just call her Natalya Bombalia. And she's like, you want me to beat the crud out of Natalya? Or how about another CR word? I think she said crud. I don't know. Crud, no. You want me to beat the credibility out of Natalya? Or maybe I'll beat the other CR word out of her. Natty then beat her to the punch. And Liv sent Natty out of the ring. Rhonda jumped back in. And we go to commercial break. Okay, Ballard says Rhonda looks very different with the makeup. Well, no, Rhonda always has over-the-top makeup like that. Trust me. Rhonda's always got the over-the-top makeup like that. So then we come back from the break, and they told us during the break, it was made official. Ronda Rousey versus Natalya, and this match wasn't good. Their pay-per-view match was good. Not great or anything, but this wasn't even good. Like, neither woman would really sell much. And it's like, what? So Rhonda immediately sent Natty out of the ring. She pursued Natty and dismantled her left knee. Back in the ring, Rhonda slammed Natalya a couple of times and applied an ankle lock that Natty at first wasn't even selling. Like, she puts the ankle lock on while she's standing, and Natty's just laying there. And she's kind of just like, audio listeners, I'm just sitting there with my mouth open. And then finally, Rhonda plops down, locks it in harder, and then finally Natty starts to sell it. She's like, ah, ah, ah. She's writhing in pain, and then finally taps out. And that was it. That was it. Just boom, over, done. Go to the back. Megan Morant. So Megan Morant interviewing Drew McIntyre. The interviewer asked about his chances to beat Sheamus tonight. And I'm like, yeah, because this match ain't happening. They're going to save it for SummerSlam. There's no way this match doesn't happen at SummerSlam. And we'll talk about that later when the match didn't happen. But it's just like, it's so stupid to do this match tonight. But McIntyre said that Clash at the Castle will be a huge match for him. And whoever wins at SummerSlam, whether that's Roman, Brock, or even Theory, he's coming for them. For now, his attention is on Sheamus. The last thing Sheamus will hear before I kick his head off. 3, 2, 1. I'm like, okay, but still, why would they say that this match is going to happen tonight? Sorry about that. Take a drink really fast before we talk about Maximum Male Models and their 2022 tennis collection. Also, by this point, Corbin had just like disappeared off commentary. Corbin was just gone. So Max Dupre was in the ring and presented the 2022 tennis collection. First model out, Marseille. Dressed in a full tennis wear. Dupre talked him up. And even, well, we'll get to that in a second. So he talks him up, and he's got his racket and everything, and he's this and that. And then out, Mansoir. And he did the same thing. I think it was Corey Graves. No, yeah, Corey Graves goes, does he have tennis balls in his pants, Cole? And Cole's like, yeah, that's what tennis players do. And Corey Graves is like, well, I didn't grow up with money or anything, so I couldn't afford to go play tennis. I'm like, really? Couldn't afford to go play tennis? We got tennis courts at the local park, literally across the street over there. Tennis courts for anybody to go play at. Didn't have money to go play tennis. I get what they're trying to say there, but it's like, you grew up in Pittsburgh. You didn't have a local park with a tennis court? Trust me. Whether it's here in Fresno, where I know of at least 5, and up in the mountains where I grew up, we also had a local tennis court with, a local park with tennis courts that anybody can go use. So it's like, come on, guy. Don't do that. Don't be like that. Anyways. Dupre then said that if you want to be a member of Maximum Male Models, all you have to do is go send a full body shot to us on our website, MaximumMaleModels.com, which is a real website. We know because we checked it out last week. And maybe you will have a chance to join our team. He then said, titillate the juices of your guilty pleasure. And Pat goes, are you feeling, not Pat, I get that mixed up because he's supposed to be Pat. Corey Graves goes, are you feeling titillated, Cole? I'm like, wow. Wow, wow, wow. So as we move forward, Theory was backstage. Asked about what message he was trying to send to Roman Reigns earlier tonight. He said it didn't matter who the champion was because everyone is looking for someone to knock Roman Reigns off the pedestal. He said he'll beat Bobby Lashley at SummerSlam, and then whoever walks out the world champion, whether that's Reigns or Lesnar. He walks off, up walks Madcap and goes, man, that sure is a big briefcase. Bet you I could shove it all the way down his throat, though. Well, next week, McAfee. Or not Mac. Why do I keep saying fucking McAfee? Theory against Madcap Moss. So then we were supposed to get Aaliyah and Lacey Evans against Shayna Baszler and Shotzi. So Aaliyah makes her way out to the ring. She's in the ring and she's waiting for her partner. Out comes Lacey Evans and she walks right off the stage to the top of the ramp where the crowd is. And she's like, yeah, where are you? Put back, let's do this again. She walks into the back. Aaliyah's like, what the hell's going on? Like, Aaliyah's looking around all confused. Her music plays. And then she walks out. And she's like, come on, yeah. Still can't hear you guys. And Michael's like, well, that was a better ovation. That was a better, And she's like, one more time. She walks to the back. We wait. Music plays. She walks out and she's like, no. Still not happy. She gets in the ring. She grabs a microphone. She says she's disgusted with the response that she deserved or she received here tonight. She said, I poured my heart and soul out to you guys on national television week in and week out, telling you my story. And that is the response you think I deserve? Starts getting what chance here? Lacey said she thought the fans saw her in the, she said she thought that the fans saw her in the ring and resented her. Well, she said, if you resent me, well, then maybe you don't deserve me. She was drowned out by you suck chance. She said, until I get the respect I deserve, the ovations that I deserve from you fans, you can all go to hell. She throws the mic. Aaliyah walks over to her. She's like, what are you doing? And whoa, woman's right to the face. Knocks out Aaliyah. So there we go. Not much to it at all. And a match that was advertised didn't ever happen. Match that was advertised didn't even happen. Then they gave us a championship contenders match. It was the WWE Unified Undisputed Tag Team Champions, the Usos, against Los Lotharios. We joined the match in progress. They sent the Usos to the floor, but doing a dive. The Usos regained control and hit super kicks along with the pop-up Samoan drop for a 2. Then some more super kicks, the 1D, and they pick up the victory. After the match, Kayla Braxton entered the ring, and she says, hey, so what happened in Money in the Bank? You guys may have beat the Usos, or the Street Profits, but technically, you cheated. And my first thought was, that's not cheating. And the Usos even said, excuse me, Kayla? That ain't cheating. The ref just didn't see it. And it wasn't cheating. Because it wasn't like, and we're supposed to believe he did, but I don't think it was, that he pulled the shoulder up on purpose. It's not like putting your feet on the ropes for leverage or your partner holding their leg down or whatever. And she showed the replay and everything. And Kayla goes, no, that's cheating. And Jimmy's like, no, it's not our fault that his shoulder went up. I grabbed him for the pin. His shoulder went up. The ref didn't see it. It's all well and good, which technically it is. When the referee doesn't see it and calls the 1, 2, 3, that's it. That's it. It counts. It's good. We're done with it. Kayla then said, well, there's some rumblings I heard earlier in the back. You know that match you got with the Street Profits at SummerSlam with your titles on the line? Well, I'm hearing that might be a special guest referee involved in this match to make sure it's actually called straight. And the Usos are like, all right, cool. We don't care. As long as this person can count to 3, that's all that matters. And they got 2 matches announced for next week on SmackDown. Liv Morgan will be taking on Natalya, as Theory will be taking on Madcap Moss. Also, as far as next week's Monday Night Raw is concerned, 3 things were announced. Brock Lesnar will be on the show. Bobby Lashley will be holding a United States Championship Open Challenge. And we're getting, speaking of United States Championship, Mr. Money in the Bank Theory. I think it's Theory. Well, let me double check that. I didn't write it down, but I have the graphic right here. I think it's Theory and Riddle. Yes, Theory will be taking on Riddle. Those 3 things will be going on next week on Raw. As far as who the special guest, though, special guest referee at SummerSlam is going to be, no clue. So then we're supposed to get Sheamus versus Drew McIntyre, and this was just bad. This was not good, especially with how they played it, with who was in the freaking ring. So before the match, Sheamus gets on the mic and he's talking. He's like, got a little something in my throat. You know, I'm supposed to face you tonight, you know, old chat, but I can't. I may have come down with a little bit of the COVID. And until I get tested, I can't compete. So my first thing was, you're going to do a freaking I may have COVID thing to get out of a match with Drew McIntyre, who had COVID in January of 2021. A man who had COVID. Then you're going to do the whole, I might have COVID, but I'm going to stay at ringside. I'm actually going to come down. No! If this match was never supposed to actually happen and it was supposed to end up being Butch, then it should have been a video of Sheamus saying, I can't be there tonight. I might have COVID, so I got to get tested before I can wrestle you. You don't say someone might have COVID and have them in the ring. Like, oh my. I didn't think this company could do any worse than some of the shit they've been doing. But it's just like, really? You're really going to do that? I know Sheamus doesn't really have COVID or he wouldn't have been there, but still. Like, oh my God. That is so, what's the word I'm looking for? It's on the tip of my tongue. Short-sighted. And just dumb. Dumb. Like, he doesn't have COVID. I can tell you that 100%. He doesn't have COVID. But to do the whole storyline of, I might have COVID. I can't wrestle you tonight. But me and Ridgie, we're going to stay at ringside while you take on Butch. Like, what? What? So dumb. So dumb. McIntyre immediately levels Butch with the Glass Cow Kiss. A distraction from Ridge allows Butch to hit a Gamangiri. McIntyre quickly hits a neck breaker and kips up to hit the Claymore. And there we go. That's it. Bada bing, bada boom. Drew defeats Butch. So what, next week it's going to be Ridge? Next week it's going to be Ridge? Immediately after the match, Ridge attacks McIntyre, but McIntyre dispatches him with a Future Shock DDT. Sheamus tries to get into the ring, but McIntyre's got the sword. He points Angela right at Sheamus. Sheamus goes, you know what, fella? Nope, I'm getting out of here. And there we go. There we go. But that's not all. There we go. We think it's over. And then McIntyre swings the sword, snaps the top rope, flames a shoot out of the turnbuckle like Kane was going to come out. And there we go. Then the show goes off the air. Not their best work. I'll say it right now. Not the best episode of SmackDown. Didn't really care for it much. Wasn't all that great. With that, guys, that's what I thought of tonight's Friday Night SmackDown. Now I want to know what you guys thought of tonight's Friday Night SmackDown. Remember, you can let me know by texting in to 510-906-1341. Again, that's 510-906-1341. Or by putting it in the polls or the chat. Putting it in at the poll. Yeah, putting it in the poll. Letting us know in the polls. Let's pull up the text messages here. Let's also pull up the polls. As far as the polls do go. Nope, that's not right. As far as the Twitch poll does go, 58% liked tonight's show. 25% thought it was... No, 25% didn't like it. And 25% thought it was just all right. As far as the Twitter poll does go, Twitter. 47% liked the show, 29% didn't like the show, and 23% thought it was just all right. And as far as the YouTube community chat poll does go, refresh that. 46% liked the show, 33% thought it was just all right, and 21% didn't like it. As far as the text messages do go, this person says, do you think AEW and WWE will come together for at least a pay-per-view? No. And if you think that, you need to learn what this world is and what the world of professional wrestling is. WWE is not going to come together to work with AEW, at least not with Vince in charge, and probably not with Hunter in charge either. It says, who's Liv's first challenger for the SmackDown Women's Championship? Not watch the show tonight? It's going to be Rhonda at SummerSlam. They basically said Rhonda wants a rematch at SummerSlam, and Liv's like, bring it on. It says, if you were fantasy booking a Roman Reigns title reign now until WrestleMania 29, who does he lose his titles to, and when will we get 2 main titles again? No clue. I can't fantasy book that because they don't even know what they're going to do. I mean, I could try to fantasy book it, but I don't want to because I don't like doing fantasy booking here. We try to report facts, not what ifs. First says, I don't really want Rhonda to be Liv's opponent for a while. I honestly think Shotzi would be a perfect opponent, especially with her similar size and both women being a bit wild. Okay, but what has Shotzi done to deserve it? Shotzi had a bad showing at Money in the Bank. Like, no. Because just because someone's one of your favorites doesn't mean they always need to be shoehorned into stuff. Just because Shotzi may be one of your favorites doesn't mean she's earned it or done anything to deserve it. You know what I mean? And this person says, do you think it'd be a funny idea to put the 24/7 title on Paul Heyman so the entire bloodline could have gold? No, I think it'd be dumb. I don't think Paul Heyman would even try. Who do you think he is? Rosenberg? Peter Rosenberg? No. But with that, guys, that's going to wrap things up for this SmackDown review. I do want to say thank you for joining me here. Twitch.tv/PW Unlimited, YouTube.com/Pro Wrestling Unlimited, or if you're listening on podcast services all around the globe. So with that, guys, have a great Friday night. Have a great weekend. I'll talk to you guys next time. Have a good one, guys.